Hey y'all, this is Aquana, and I'm doing a quick video response to Tomika Gets Fit, and she posted a video about what's your perception of weight loss, and the way that she came up with it is that she saw a before and after video someone posted, um, and it was to the point where she was thinking, well, you were fine before, so I mean, I don't get it. So she was asking, what's everybody's perception of weight loss or of their weight or your body or whatever. So yeah, I think my perception, the perception that I have of my body or the perception of my weight loss varies. Um I've never felt like I was, you know, ugly, or even when I was at my heaviest, which was 324 pounds. I never felt that per se. And I guess that's because a lot of the people in my life never made me feel that, you know? Um, so when I was 324 pounds, I was, I'm friends with a lot of heavier women. I was chatting online in full figure chat rooms and things like that. So when I was at my heaviest, I was on that whole, hey, I'm a big girl. Big girls rule the world. Skinny hoes. You know how you do, okay? So that's where I was at that point. So it was like everything big. I loved everything about me, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. And then when I got to the point where I wanted to lose weight, my initial goal, y'all, was only 275 pounds. And I was like, if I get down to 275 pounds, I'll be the shiznit. But then when I started losing weight, the smaller I wanted to be. So when I got to that goal of 275, I was like, okay, 250. So started going hardcore again. Got to 250. Okay, I want to get down to 230. Went hardcore again. Got down to 220. I was like, okay, let me get down to 200. I got down to 200 at my lowest weight, and that was in June of 2009. So I was down to 200 pounds. And then I was like, well, let me get to 180. And yeah, needless to say, I'm back up to 220 right now. So I still have that initial goal of 180. So my thing now is that I wonder, when I get to 180 pounds, am I going to want to keep going? So that's more my perception is now. Like, do I want to keep? I just feel like I'm constantly on the same quest to be smaller. Um, and I look at like curvy models, like the men's magazine type models, and I'm like, oh, if I had that body, you know. So that's where I'm at now. I'm I would say, as far as your perception goes, you need to be comfortable in the skin that you're in, and that's why I said my perception varies, because I'm still just as, kind of happy with my body as I was at 324 pounds. Even though I wasn't happy with the weight, I was still, I had to be happy with me. Okay, and then another thing is that even though we say it doesn't matter, you still want people to look at you and think that you look good, you know. And I mean, let's just be honest. You don't want people to look at you when you're walking out. You're like, ugh, really? You don't want that. So even though we, say that, oh yeah, we're not worried about what nobody think. In all honesty, you kind of are, you know. Um, in all honesty, we kind of are. I don't think others look at me and classify me as fat or big, even though I am, I don't think they do. And as far as men go, I've never had a problem with the way that men perceive me, and that's because of my body type. My body type, I'm smaller on top and I'm bottom heavy, like thighs, butt, all that, all of that. So men have always, been drawn to it. So I mean, not saying that a man's opinion matters, but yeah. So that's what I say. I never really felt bad, or I never had a bad perception of myself. It's just now to the work. I'm at the point now where I want to do more and do better. So yeah. What else? Um, what else did I want to say? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. Oh, that's another thing. When I was 324 pounds, I did not know I was that heavy until I got on the scale. And that's kind of crazy because, but I don't feel like anybody else knew I was that heavy either. Like, not new, but I mean, because when I tell people now, they're like, you were not that big. I'm like, yeah, I was that big. You didn't look. It's the way your body is shaped. Like, everybody is different. And that's another thing about watching, like, the before and after videos. You have to, I kind of tend to look past them. Like, even when you see ads for, like, supplements and things like that, they have, like, this little bitty girl. She may be, like, this big. And she takes supplements to lose 15, 20 pounds, and then she's this big. That's not doing nothing for me when I'm this big, you know? So the before and afters, I had to, kind of stop watching them because Jane Doe's body is not Quanna's body. Your 220 pounds may look a whole lot different from my 220 pounds. So that's another perception too. I think a lot of people get that, kind of messed up where they say, because they just want to look at your weight. And I think that's another thing too why I never really told anybody my weight before, because like I said, my weight, I might carry my weight different than you do. So, it's this amount is going to look different on me than it's going to look on you. So that's another thing with the before and afters and all this and all that. And when it comes to like diet videos and YouTube, I like to watch people's journeys. I like to listen to their vlogs, about how they're feeling, their emotions and everything. And I like to see what people are eating or what they're doing as far as workouts. But the before and after, I had to kind of get away from that because all it's going to do is just stress me out. But if you just realize that this weight is not your weight. That's like with the natural hair videos. I had to stop watching because I had so much hateration in my dancery the other day when I watched when I watched One Simply Unique's 2-year hair length, because her mess is like bam, and I'm like, I've been on this journey for 2 years and my stuff is only like this length, like shorter length, but her hair is not my hair. Her hair may grow faster than mine does. And just like if you're losing weight, you might lose weight in your stomach faster than I do, but we probably lost the same amount of weight, So that's why as far as perception, I think it changes. Your perception changes from day to day, from weight goal to weight goal. It just is, my perception is always constantly changing. So yeah. I don't know. I just want to come in and weigh in on that. And I'm reading her comments too. I see somebody says, I don't want somebody to look at me and think, hey, I look at the fat girl. And yeah, that's true. Like, nobody wants that. Nobody wants to know. I know I don't want it. Like, you want people to look at you and say, oh, you look good. And you know what I hate too? When guys used to tell me, you cute for a big girl. Yeah. So anyway, I just want to come in and weigh in, and hopefully the other girls of Team CFC come in and weigh in on this subject also, because I think it's important. And it's good to see that a lot of people have the same perceptions of themselves that I have. But yeah, so this is Aquana signing out, and I'm gonna go because I'm about to start rambling and nobody really wants that. So peace.